Today we're going to talk about the rhythm grid. The rhythm grid is a way that we can break beats down into smaller subdivisions. Now, one of the things we've already talked about is the time signature, which is a way that we use to group beats together into sections. And we learned that most common in rock music, the most common time signature is 4/4 time signature, which would mean that there's 4 beats in one measure grouped into fours, and that a quarter note would get 1 beat. And we're going to look at the ways that we can break that down into smaller divisions today. All music can be grouped into one of 4 rhythm grids. The 4 are straight eighth, swing eighth, straight 16th, and swing 16th. The first rhythm grid we're going to consider is the straight eighth, and that's when each quarter note is divided equally in half. And to demonstrate that, I'm going to play a drum machine beat, and what we'll hear on that is we'll hear a 4/4 beat. We can hear the back beat on the snare drum, so we'll know where our beats 1, 2, 3, and 4 are. And what we'll be listening for is the hi-hat pattern, which will divide each beat into half. In other words, each quarter note will be divided into 2 eighth notes, and they're equally spaced so that it's a straight eighth note rhythm grid. The second rhythm grid is going to be the swing eighth, and like the straight eighth, each quarter note is going to be divided into 2 eighth notes, but these ones are going to be not evenly spaced. There's going to be a long and a short eighth note. It's going to go kind of long, short, long, short, long, short, long, short, long. So I'm going to play an example of this on the drum machine and see if you can hear the swing eighth feel. And now we'll listen to the straight 16th rhythm grid. In the straight 16th, each beat is divided into 4 equal parts. We'll hear that on the drum machine in the hi-hat part. Straight 16th. And the last one is the swing 16th grid. Swing 16th is kind of like swing 8th, except now instead of each beat divided into 2 like we had in the swing 8th, each beat's going to be divided into 4. And there's going to be a long and short and long and short in each beat. And here's swing 16th on the drum machine. And that's the 4 rhythm grids: the straight eighth, the swing eighth, the straight 16th, and the swing 16th. And as you're listening to music, you can try to pick out which rhythm grid it is you're listening to. You won't always hear the rhythm grid in the drums. It might be in a different instrument, guitar, or sometimes even in the vocals, or some other instruments. Keyboards might be supplying that subdivision there. But you'll listen for what type of subdivision you think it is that's driving the song. And that's it.